Good morning and happy Monday, Run Junkies. It is long run day. When I left you guys last, link above, I had skipped my long run of 9 to 10 miles or 2 hours, whichever came first, because I was exhausted. I still am very tired, but we're gonna mix things up this week. Yesterday was my son's last Kids Triathlon. He ages out this year, but he performed extremely well, and he wants to volunteer at the same race next year, which I'm very excited about. Makes me a real proud mom. This week, I have shifted everything back 2 days. Why? Because my race actually falls on a Monday. The training plan I'm using has the race falling on Saturday. So I have 2 days to play with in there. I needed a couple of extra rest days. So what I did is that I just shoved everything back, and I'm back on plan for theoretically the last 2 weeks of this plan. It is the first day of school as well. So I may make a stop by school. Even though my son is at his dad's, I have to get that first day of school picture. Welcome to the reason why I am not getting anything done lately. This one, right here. I can't concentrate. I spend probably hours out of any given day doing this. Oh my gosh. So you should see them, her and Nico, play together. Yeah. She's so fierce. She's such a tough girl. What is that? You see mommy? And as we come up on the end of the month, starting to think about what's next, right? So not just beyond, this month, but beyond Fortitude, what's going to happen next. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a couple of weeks here. But right now, just thinking through goals, how I'm going to approach the rest of this month, and then September, because September is another streaker month. And again, streakers can be pretty easy, 1 mile a day, and that's all you need. Because I will be recovering from Fortitude for about a week, and then trying some new things mid-month before I get into training for my next thing. So just kind of pondering all of that and looking forward. One of the last hardest runs today, speed work, 8 by 2 minutes at 5K pace with 2 minutes recovery in between each. It felt really, really good. I felt strong for every single one of them. And Miko had a great time. So I have one more speed work that is similar to this, but it's half as long. And I feel like I'm going into the end of this training cycle, into taper, ready for Fortitude. I've actually been mentally ready for Fortitude for a couple weeks now. I'm kind of itching to get this thing going and see what I can do on race day. 1 minute, 1 take training with Mindy. We tested her on the sit and the name game that we've been doing for her. And then, you know, teaching her her name and getting all of that taken care of. But then we also we learned stay, and we learned come, and we learned down. So the idea, by the end of this week with enough training, we hope to have her stay for up to 3 minutes, which is really hard with a puppy, but she's really good so far. So that's what we've learned. Oh, sorry. That had the absolute opposite effect I wanted. Hey! I just rolled her. Yeah. Out for a walk this morning with the Mindy Mutt. Yep. I'm doing a shorter walk today, about 2 miles. She's doing a long walk for her. And somewhere in the middle of all of this, I still have to get a haircut. Yes, all right guys, that's really gonna do it for me this week. Sunday I have an easy 3-miler, and my long run comes back around on Monday, but that's about 5 miles. And we're solidly in taper for the Fortitude 10K. I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling really good about it. And I think it's kind of all over but the shower. Shifting the plan back a couple of days, I think did wonders for just my overall health and well-being. Taking those 2 days off, coming back around and doing, you know, my long run on Monday. It's not something that I think I can sustain, certainly if I'm training for longer races, but it definitely, I think, made a difference this last couple of weeks. However, it's gotten my brain calendar kind of screwed up. Like, what is today? What should I be doing? Because I always have kind of a consistent schedule. Monday's an easy run, Tuesday's cross training, Wednesday's speed work, and so on and so forth. Certainly throughout a training cycle, I try to stick to the same type of plan from week to week. But moving everything back 2 days, has my brain calendar all screwed up. It's fine. I don't know what day it is. I feel like we finally have a groove with Mindy and Miko, and having the two of them play together, and how my husband and my son and I all kind of work together to make sure that they're entertained or taken care of while the other one is doing whatever they need to do. My husband and I do really well with, okay, I'll take her for a couple of hours and then you can take her for a couple of hours. It's been fun to have her around. They play hard, they sleep harder, and that works out just fine for us. Coming up on the end of August, I got some great Garmin badges. I'm not going to do a lot of the Garmin badges for September because of the race, and I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. I've got this streaker challenge that's coming up in September, so I'm going to kind of keep my virtual badges to a minimum. And one thing that was kind of on my radar but I didn't really pay attention to because I did not sign up for it was Princess registration. That happened this week. Both the in-person and the virtual registration events happened, so please let me know in the comments whether or not you signed up for any of those. Speaking of Run Disney's Princess Weekend, I do have training plans available for that, and I will leave a link to those in the description below. I do have a growing library of training plans that are available over on Training Peaks. You can check out the link. Also, remember, you can help support this channel and this whole Runners Without Limits network over on Patreon. We're having a great time over there. Just a lot of great fun and behind the scenes bloopers. The bloopers are a hit. But please check that out and consider supporting us over there. Also, you can support this channel by hitting that thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment. We'll talk to you soon. Until next time, remember, you have no limits. Happy running. Really? What exactly is this? This is